What's good, Master Duel Central? How's it going, guys? Yo, look at this new backdrop. Yeah, this is looking really clean. Anyway, someone in my Discord told me they finally officially announced the new packs, so the leaks are confirmed, as always, pretty much. Pretty rare that the leaks don't get confirmed, but you best believe that I want to put leaks confirmed in the title. So we got to make this video, downloading the update right now. Sorry if I look a little red. I was outside all day, and summer is right around the corner. So let's get into this stuff here. Really excited. All right, so the download is completed here. Let's see what I'm really interested in. Like, we already know pretty much what the packs are going to be, but I really want to know the rarities, and they do reveal some rarities usually in these pack announcements. So that's the first thing we're going to check. I'm also going to show you guys some potential, like some sample deck lists, if you will, for both GHOTI and NATURIA. Okay, so let's go. Notification box. Let's see here. New selection pack is here. So additional pack, the Synchronized Cosmos, and this is very fitting. Like, the artwork is very much inspired by like cosmic horror. It has a very Lovecraftian vibe to it. That's why I absolutely love the GHOTI artwork. I love that line of cards because of that. So anyway, it's coming out on May 9th, which is tomorrow at the time of recording this video. I wonder if it's like in the little hours of the morning. Am I gonna have to go on goblin hours? Deep Beyond is a UR. That was to be expected. You usually run 2 of these. World Sea Dragons the Atlantis. If you run it, you usually run 1, so that's fine as a UR. Ice Jade Gimir Agarine. Now this one, I'm not exactly sure how many you run. I'm not super familiar with the Ice Jade cards, so I'll have to wait and see, but still, Boss Monster kind of makes sense that it's a UR. UR Assault Synchron, really? That's a UR? That's kind of a rude UR, I'm not gonna lie. Making that tuner UR is pretty rude. That's a little slimy. The Axel Synchro Stars Dragon I kind of expected, and unfortunately they did not confirm anything for the NATURIA cards. I was really hoping that they would confirm whether NATURIA Mole Cricket and Camellia were both gonna be a UR or an SR or something like that. Like, I'm pretty sure that Blessing is probably gonna be SR, and then Camellia and Mole Cricket are both gonna be UR, but that's just my impression. But anyway, guys, I'm actually really excited for this pack. I have a lot of gems saved up, thankfully, so as soon as it drops, you know I'm going to be going all out, going to be going crazy with these cards. I am going to build GHOTI, and I am going to build NATURIA Runic, of course, and I might even try to build some other variants of NATURIA. I know a lot of people prefer the NATURIA Vernasylph variant, so personally, I kept my Runic cards just to play NATURIA Runic. So, I mean, obviously, I really want to try that deck. That's probably the first deck we're going to cover. I'm also really excited for the GHOTIs. The reason is just I love the artwork, and that's a big deal for me in Yu-Gi-Oh! Generally speaking, even if a deck is not amazing, if I really like their artwork, that's a huge motivator for me in general of wanting to test out a deck. And GHOTI is by no means bad, by the way, guys. Like, it can play under a lot of tier hate, which makes it kind of good because a lot of people are playing tier hate, and it can also play some tier hate of its own. So really solid strategy that I can't wait to showcase on the channel. Either way, I have some sample deck lists for GHOTI and NATURIA Runic, so if you guys want to know kind of the ratios of what cards you may need for when this pack drops, you can look at those deck lists, and there'll be a pretty good outline of like how many copies of each card you need. So, you know, if you do want to build those decks, you can look at those and just kind of get an idea. Like, for instance, you'll definitely want 2 copies of GHOTI of the Deep Beyond. So let's go check out those sample deck lists. Okay, so for our first deck list here, we have GHOTI. So GHOTI, I don't know what rarity they're going to make paces, but this is one of the best cards in the deck, so you're definitely going to want 3 paces. For the Synchro Monsters, you're definitely going to want 2 copies of GHOTI of the Deep Beyond. Some people play 3 Arion posts. You can just play 2, so that's going to be up to you. Obviously, you're going to need other like big synchros such as Baron de Fleur and Cheng Ying, because they're just really good in the deck. I think White Aura Whale is a UR, so yeah, you're probably going to want this card. It's just a nice field wipe. It's not a must play, but it almost is. Like, it's just really good. Obviously, you're going to want 3 of the field spell. Now, I do have a feeling they like to make these good field spells UR, so I wouldn't be surprised if they made like the field spell and like the GHOTI of the Deep Beyond UR. Hopefully they don't make Paces UR. That would be kind of crazy. And as for other URs here that you'll need, I'm pretty sure none of the other cards, like Evenly Matched is an SR, and honestly you can change this for something else. D-Shifter is UR. You'll probably want D-Shifter if you're playing GHOTI, because that's kind of like that's one of the advantages of the deck right now, is you'll be able to play some anti-meta stuff and still do some decent things under Dimensional Shifter. So yeah, probably want to run this card. So that is one UR that you're kind of going to need. I'm pretty sure Abyss Shark is SR, so that's not too bad. But yeah, this is pretty much your generic ratios. Like, this is not the only way to build the deck at all. There's a bunch of different builds for GHOTI. You can play with Mutant, so if you already have Mutant, you probably want to look into a hybrid deck list for that. If you want to play with the Colosylanth, that's going to be a little bit copium, especially since we don't have Halka Firebrax, but Colosylanth is obviously an absolutely amazing card. Is it Colocanth? I always called it Colosylanth, but I just read it again, and it's definitely Colocanth. Colocanth, yeah, this card is really crazy. Obviously, summons literally 4 monsters from your deck, so this card is kind of goofy. So if you guys want to run this build, like, you can get some really sick replays with it. I don't know how good it's going to be, but, you know, that's an option. Anyway, let's move on to Naturia's. All right, so here is my Naturia Runic deck list. And obviously, some people are going to be playing with the Vernusylph. I can't really talk on that. I don't even know the rarities of Vernus. I didn't really go for them at all. They're not really that interesting to me. But I know a lot of people are going to play this deck with Vernus, so I'm probably going to get them just for that. But yes, this deck is so cool. I already made a video kind of on this deck, just kind of showcasing the deck, because it's just a really awesome strategy that I'm really excited for. I know a lot of people hate the Runic cards, and I mean, I don't blame them after how disgusting Runic Stun was, but this is not that kind of deck. This is really not that kind of deck. It's a really, really cool deck. So basically, obviously, you'll need 2 Fountain and the 2 Tip. So, you know, like, that's already 4 URs that you kind of need if you want to play the Runic variant of this deck. So hopefully you already got the Runic cards, and if you didn't, well, you maybe want to go for the Vernu build if you have the Vernus, just to have it a little bit cheaper. But personally, I literally held on to these just so I could play this deck. So obviously, I'm going to play it. Also, the Naturia Sacred Tree is already in the game. This is an SR, so you need 3 of this one. You know, it's just not once per turn. If it's sent to the graveyard, add a Naturia card from your deck to your hand. It's completely broken. This card is amazing. So you absolutely need 3 of it. I mean, 90 SR dust, not really the end of the world, right? So we have yet to see if these cards are UR, but obviously you'll want 3 Camellia and 3 Mole Cricket. They're absolutely amazing. And you'll definitely want 1 copy of Naturia Beast, 1 copy of Barkion. You'll want a copy of Baron de Fleur, a Changying as well, same as the other deck. So that's like definitely some must-play stuff. And if you're playing the Runic variant, well, you're going to need your Hugins as well, which I believe are UR. So, you know, 2 Hugin, 2 Fountain, 2 Runic Tip. So 6 URs in the Runic side of your deck. And we have yet to see if these cards are UR. If they are, that's going to be a lot of URs. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm really excited for this deck anyway. Also, I guess the Shufflers, there's 3 URs in here. If you want to play 2 Keldo and 1 copy of Kelbeck. Some people might play even more Shufflers. And not more Shufflers, I mean more Millers. I'm probably just going to be playing 1 Kelbeck. I don't like Millers very much in Master Duel because you never know what you're playing against. So I'm not a huge fan of them. But anyway, guys, that's the deck lists. If you guys wanted just, you know, a little sample of what the decks might look like, if you wanted an idea of the ratio so you can prepare in advance for when the pack drops, and you just kind of have an idea of what to keep and what to dismantle. But yeah, thank you guys for checking out the video. That's going to be it for me. Make sure to like the video and subscribe if you're not already subscribed to the channel. Huge shout out to my Ultimate Conductor tier members. That would be Raptor, Boggerman for 20, Dad Dude, Joey, B-Dubs, Hit or Miss JT, and JQ the King. You guys are awesome. Thank you also to everyone supporting in the baby tier, in the Miss tier over on Twitch, and you who's liking, commenting, subscribing, doing all that good shit. I really appreciate you guys, and peace.